Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tiffani Beaston from Beauty and the Beastons, and I upload every single Tuesday and Sunday, so make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any videos, and give this video a thumbs up if you'd like to see my next birthday party prep, which is going to be a Sonic birthday party, and then the one after that is going to be a Frozen birthday party. So let's get right into this. My son is turning 4 and he chose to have a Toy Story 4 birthday party. So in the past, I've made cakes from scratch, but I've learned that you can only do so much in these party preps. So I am using box cake mix, and that is perfectly fine. There is literally nothing wrong with cutting corners in certain places. So you will see in this party prep, I'm making a cake and some cupcakes and some chocolate dipped pretzels. Those are the absolute only things that I am cooking for this party. And the rest of the stuff we're just getting catered, just some like fruit trays, some veggie trays, and lunch meat. It was a small birthday party because of everything going on in the world. We just had our parents and siblings over. We've been seeing them throughout this whole process. So again, it's a smaller birthday party, but what I'm trying to get across here is that you can pick and choose what you're doing yourself and what you're getting help with, and whatever you choose is absolutely fine. You do whatever works for you. You don't get a prize for doing the most. So if you've been with me for a while, you know that baking is not my forte. I don't know why there was all these bubbles in here, but I swear I saw somewhere if you like smack the cake down, the bubbles pop. So that's just what I did. The cakes wound up being absolutely delicious and like the perfect consistency. So I guess it worked out. And my theory is you can always just fix stuff with icing and decorations. And now I'm just doing the gluten-free funfetti cake mix. You can find this at Target. The kids love this. I wasn't exactly sure how long to cook these cakes since they're much smaller, so I just decided to check them at about 20 minutes, and you could see that it was still kind of gooey inside, so I let them cook a little bit longer. I set a timer for 5 minutes, and now I'm just going to go ahead and put all of my cupcakes into the cupcake holders and go from there. I am so grateful for all of you because you guys always give me like the best tips and tricks. You've been through this before, but somehow baking is still just not my strong point. But I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep trying and keep learning, because that's how, you know, we get anywhere in life. We don't just give up when something doesn't work, even though baking makes me so angry sometimes. But these were a little bit smaller than I expected, but still we had leftover cake, so it wound up being the perfect amount. And I put parchment paper on the bottom. I learned that from one of the millions of cake making YouTube videos that I've watched. So I'm not exactly sure why I did that. I know it came off from the bottom of the pan really nicely, and I'm sure it probably helps from like sticking to the pan, because in the past when I haven't used that, I'll have like a little piece of the cake still stuck to the pan. So for both the cupcakes and the cakes, I let them cool in the pan for 20 minutes, and then I took them out. And now that they're even more cooler, it's later in the day, I'm just going to go ahead and ice in these cakes. I honestly couldn't remember like which direction I was supposed to put each of the cakes, so they're kind of weird looking on top of each other, but it looks good though, doesn't it? It was really yummy, so I guess that's the most important part, but I don't know if we were supposed to put like one upside down versus the other way. I'm sure you guys will let me know. So I'm just going to leave the cake alone for now and start on my cupcakes. This was a great tip that I saw in one of the videos, which is putting the icing piping bag into a cup just to make it a little bit easier and not to get it everywhere. So this is a tip I actually use and really like. And then I'm just going to go ahead and icing my cupcakes and add some pretty sprinkles. If you don't have one of these cupcake holders, you need one. Honestly, it's been such a lifesaver. And before, when the kids were actually in school and you were allowed to bring cupcakes to school, this worked out great. I actually found this at Aldi probably like over a year ago, but I'm sure there's like a million places that carry these. It's a perfect spot to just either bring cupcakes somewhere or to store until you're ready to put them out. Okay, so now on to the stressful part, the fondant. So this is my first time using this brand of fondant. It was really hard to get out of the container, but I liked that it was like the perfect color. I got two thinking that I would need to, but I honestly think I probably only used about one of them with how much I cut off from the cake. Again, if you're looking for a cake expert, this is not the channel. This is a mom trying to figure it out. There's plenty of like awesome channels on like how to make cakes and decorate cakes out there. This is not that channel, but I am trying my best. So I'm putting powdered sugar on the island here, and I'm going to roll out my fondant now that I combined both of them. I do just want to say you can also use cornstarch, I've read, but yeah, this fondant, once you get working with it, was pretty good. It did wind up tearing once I put it on my cake. This is only one of like the 500 times that I've done this with this particular fondant. I've rolled it out multiple times because one time it's too thin, one time it's too thick, the other time it didn't fit. But yeah, I'm not giving up on fondant. Does it get on my nerves? Yes it does. So that's where I always get messed up, is like the back of the cake when you have like this leftover fondant. Like I just try to keep pulling it down like I see in the videos, but I always wind up with like this curtain looking thing in the back of my cake. So what I do is just use more fondant, try to cover it up. I put like Tanner's little, you know, the happy birthday Tanner sign over top of it. This is going around the bottom of the cake. This is just red fondant. Kind of helps hide the mess up, like the things that are messed up on the bottom of the cake. So just hide it with decorations and it'll be all good. So this next part, I'm just melting some chocolate that I found at Michael's in the microwave for like 30-second increments, and you keep kind of just mixing it. This was my first time using this particular chocolate, and it was actually really, really good. Everybody loved these pretzels, so 10 out of 10 recommend. And Snyder's makes gluten-free pretzels, so it's perfect. Plus, it's one of Tan Man's favorite snacks, it's pretzels. It is later in the night now, and I'm working on one of my DIY decorations. This is something that I like to do with party prep too. I like to pick like one or two DIYs along with the cake. So this was my big DIY of the birthday party, and we're just making letter blocks. So I got 11 by 11 by 11 boxes from FedEx, and then later on Chris is going to wrap them in white wrapping paper because I don't know what is wrong with me. There's like a mental block that I am honestly the worst wrapper. No matter how many like videos I watch, I always use way too much paper. It's just not my forte, and Chris is really good at it. So that was his contribution to this DIY. He went ahead and wrapped these boxes in white wrapping paper from the Dollar Tree. Now it's even later in the night. My sister came over to help me with the rest of the party. If you have this, if you want to do your own balloon arch, you need to do it. It's so simple. I have a couple of tools that I'll recommend in the description box below that make it even easier, but I always say this in my videos, the balloon arch just really makes your party look next level. It looks like you hired somebody professional to help you decorate. This particular kit that I'm using, it's just a balloon kit. These balloons were really inexpensive on Amazon, and then this arch is a great investment. It's only like 20 bucks. The last time when I purchased it, it was only like $20 on Amazon, and then you could just use it over and over again for different parties, and it's honestly just perfect. Like, I can't recommend it enough. Same with the little balloon pump. That was a great investment as well. So now that all that stuff was on the balloon arch, I just taped on a couple of balloons to fill in the little gaps, and I love how it came out. I just wanted to show you Chris wrapping. See, he's just so good at wrapping. I'm not good at it. I just can't, but it's okay. I'm good at other things. And then this tablecloth, we actually got these from Party City, but I'm pretty sure they're on Amazon as well. It's so funny, like over the years you learn where certain things will always go in your house for birthday parties. So I always put the number balloon up here for their birthday parties. It's just something easy, and I just always love how it looks. And then this background here is from Amazon as well. They had a ton of Toy Story things on Amazon, and everything was incredibly affordable. Next, we are just working on goodie bags. What's so funny about this is that these goodie bags were not expensive at all, but Carter had a Buzz Lightyear party. Like, he literally only wanted Buzz. So that was like a little bit more challenging. And I sat here and cut out construction paper by hand, because before I had my Cricut, to make Buzz Lightyear goodie bags. I don't know who remembers that, but it's just funny that now I can buy them on Amazon for close to nothing. So on the balloon arch table, I am just setting out the goodie bags, the little birthday hats, and the little, little party blowers. I have no idea what they're called, but this all looked really, really cute. I also got some inexpensive masks. So my sister and Chris are hanging up this banner. The center you can customize with whatever age your kid is turning. I also got this on Amazon, pinned the tail on the bullseye. I thought that was such a cute little thing. One of the things we try to do with our party preps or with our parties, is have like 2 events. So usually it's like the piñata is one, and then some kind of game. So this was our second event, and the kids absolutely loved this, and we all got like a good laugh out of it. This is going to be like a little photo wall over here. This was also from Amazon, shocker. Very inexpensive, and I'm going to go ahead and put the DIY letter blocks in the corner there, along with a silly little cutout that I found, which you'll see later in the video. And then these were also from Amazon. I'm going to try to link everything in the description box below for you, but these are typically for a child's first birthday party. You put their 1 through 12 months on here, but I'm just putting a bunch of pictures of Tan Man on here. And this was just a nice little touch to make it personal for him. He loved it. He sat here and looked at these pictures forever. So here's Chris putting together the little head cutout things. I don't know what they're called, but everyone got a big kick out of this, and it was great for photos. Watching how hard my mom laughed taking this photo made it so incredibly worth it just to get that little silly thing and set it up. Now I'm setting up this little cupcake stand. That's just the Toy Story cupcake stand, which you can see is incredibly easy to set up. And here is a sample of the little head cutout. So ridiculous, but so funny. We kept it pretty low so that the kids could use it. And then it's hanging on something that we already had, like some kind of projector holder. Next, I'm finally just putting these pictures up on the mantle. Seriously, guys, time is a thief. Spend your time wisely. Time is currency, and you have to spend it wisely. Like, look how fast my baby has grown up. It's just, don't waste time on things that don't matter, because these are the days that you're going to wish you had back. So that is just like my philosophy in life. Forget everything else. Worry about your own life and live it to the very fullest, because tomorrow is not promised. And I just get so emotional for all of my kids' birthdays. I really just truly do. It's 12:03, so we are finally going to bed because I know I'm going to be nursing throughout the middle of the night as well, and we pick him back up in the morning. I just looked online for like a Toy Story cloud and then freehanded it, cut out those clouds to then use as a stencil for my fondant. So since I'm using a different brand of fondant, Satin Ice, I wanted to just tell you which one I liked better. This one was definitely easier to work with, but I feel like it gets really soft really easily, so I guess it depends on what you're using. Another tip is to keep flipping your fondant so it doesn't stick to the bottom of whatever surface it's on. So I flipped it a couple of times. But yeah, I really like this one. It was really, really easy to work with. I almost wish I would have covered my cake with this. Now that the cake is complete, I'm just putting on the candles and then these little action figures that I got from Amazon, and look how sweet these babies are filling the piñata. They had so much fun doing this and they just freaking melt my heart. I was really happy with how the cake turned out. It wasn't perfect in any way, shape, or form, but that honestly does not matter. The look on Tanner's face when he saw it, just remembering that his mom tried her best and that she made his cake, I don't know, like I just really got into making their own cakes because that's something that my mom could always do for me growing up. She always made my birthday cake and it was always so special. She took her time. I have to find pictures so I can show you guys, but she made me the cutest little cakes growing up and I just always will remember that. So I want my kids to be able to remember that too. And like I said, just pick and choose what you want to do. So you can either make your food or your cake. You can do it all, obviously, but it's just more stressful that way. But I just chose to not do the food and to do the cake. I don't want you to think you have to do it all. This video is not about being mom of the year. This video is about just trying to do things yourself. I just feel like I saved a lot of money doing things myself, and I honestly enjoy being creative, so that's why it worked out for me. And it's just like a fun process and fun memories to look back on, a way to use my creative energy. And I don't know, I just don't want anybody to watch this and feel like they're not doing enough, because trust me, us moms, we do plenty enough. So I can't take credit for this DIY I saw on Pinterest, and then I looked up how to do it on YouTube, and there's a couple of videos out there on how to make this. I didn't see anybody wrap the boxes in white. That was actually Chris's idea because we couldn't find just plain boxes, like the FedEx logo was all over it. So we wrapped them in that white wrapping paper from the Dollar Tree. I got duct tape from Target, and then I gave that job to Chris. So Chris just was wrapping the duct tape around the boxes, and I'm going to cut out the letters of Tanner's name from the Cricut machine. I feel like I'm finally getting more comfortable with the Cricut. It's one of those things you have to use over and over again to get more comfortable with it. but I really love how everything came out, and I couldn't believe like how easy it was to make these letters. I just wanted to show you while I was cutting everything out, Chris was blowing up some balloons. These were also a great deal from Amazon. And now after that, I'm going to go ahead and tape the back of my letters. You'll see here in a second. And just put them on to the boxes. They fit perfectly. Definitely want to measure after you put the tape on how big of a space you'll need for your letters. I was so happy with how that DIY came out, and more importantly, so was Tanner. But now it's like 20 minutes before guests get here. Of course, I didn't get to blow dry my hair because it's me or the house. That's just truly how it works. But I'm just wiping everything down. I'm putting out this little plate holder thing, whatever you call it. These are from my bridal shower back in 2014 from Bed Bath & Beyond. That's also where my cake stand is from. I always get questions on that too. All of this stuff is from Bed Bath Beyond 100 years ago. So I should probably find something similar so I can link it because I always get questions on them. But yeah, I love them, and obviously they've lasted for a really long time. But now since everything is ready, I put the cupcakes out. I'm putting the little picks in them, and you'll see how everything turned out at the end. So I hope that you all enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. If anything today, I hope that this video either gave you a nice little break from reality, a little me time, or that it motivated you that you can actually do all this stuff yourself and save a ton of money. You got this. I know you can do it, and just whatever you can do for your kids, trust me, they are grateful for it, and they think that you are the most amazing person in the world no matter what your birthday parties look like.
Don't ever forget you're golden. I will find the light in your soul.